Hello everyone, welcome to English 98 and English 101. This video is just a brief video to kind of introduce you to the course, show you around a bit, as well as give you kind of an idea of some of the key information that you need to know up front about the course. So you're going to see the student view on my screen right now. This is the exact same view you'll have when you log into the class. So couple of key things about sort of navigating our class, figuring out where things are. The very first thing is that every week when you come in and when you're trying to figure out like what homework is due, what you need to accomplish, what you want to do is actually go to this week 1 checklist. Next week it'll be the week 2 checklist. That is always the very first thing to click on, because what that is going to do is give you this overview, literally a checklist of what you need to accomplish. It'll have the due dates by which you need to complete the activity by, as well as an estimated time to complete it, so that you can really plan out sort of how much you need to spend on each assignment based on this guideline. So don't ignore that little checklist, because it's kind of like your guide, and in fact it'd be a great idea to print it out, just have it next to your work, next to your computer. That way literally as you go through each assignment you can just check the box and you know it's done and turned in. That way you're not going to miss assignments or accidentally gloss over something important. So that's the first thing to take a look at, always the checklist. Before getting started on actual work, the other two places to always check is going to be the announcements. Okay, I will post an announcement every week, and then a lot of times I will also post other announcements as well. So you'll see I haven't completely updated the announcement box yet, but week 1 announcement, helpful tech tips, accessibility, that will all be in there for you to take a look at. Other pieces that are important is this inbox over to, like, complete over to your left-hand side of the screen. This is absolutely the best place to send me messages, all right? And so when you go and you're, I don't know, you have a question about an assignment, you want to ask about your grade, you want to request an appointment, that's the place to do it, is through that inbox. That is also where I will send messages. So a lot of times I will send out important information to the whole class. Sometimes I'll post an announcement. Sometimes I'll just send it through the inbox. Okay, so just heads up that that's a place where you do want to check regularly. Now you'll be able to see that every week will be set up the same, as far as there'll be 2 due dates. One will be due on Thursday, the other will be due on Sunday. I give you up until midnight to complete the work. I would highly suggest not waiting until last minute to get on your assignments. It is going to take more than an hour or two to get through the assignments for this class, so make sure that you're really spacing out that work throughout the week, even though I really only have 2 due dates set. When you go to get to your specific assignments, you literally just click on the title. You will see that there is often links to either videos, to documents, to activities on the page, so make sure that you do click all of those pieces. Don't gloss over it. I do not post anything in this class that is sort of optional work unless it is labeled as optional, meaning every little thing that I have on here I do want you to read and click through unless it says optional next to it. So just because it says this click here, don't gloss over that. Like, you want to know what the syllabus is. You need to know that that's a contract between you and me. And so you want to make sure that you are taking a look at every little thing that I post. Now, again, I don't post extra stuff, so really give yourself enough time to read closely and to take a look at each piece. When you go to do a quiz, pretty simple. You're going to just click take the quiz. You can start right away. When you go to do some of the other assignments, such as discussions, I'm going to go back real quick. When you go to do the actual discussion, you will simply scroll down. You will see this little reply box. You'll of course read all the instructions first, but then when you're ready to respond, you'll just type in your message here, and then immediately you can click post reply. So it's sort of like a, I don't know, like posting comments to an online video or something like that. Okay, very similar, but this is a little bit more detailed and of course more formal since we're in a classroom. The other way that you submit assignments on here is by actually attaching documents or uploading files. So for example, if I'm going into this activity later this week, you are going to need to complete an assignment in your own Word document and then upload it. So when you have to do that, this is the same way you would submit, say, an essay. You click Submit Assignment, you'll come down here, you'll see the file to upload. This is very much just like attaching attaching something to an email, okay, or to a message. So you choose the file and then you just click Submit Assignment. Once that is submitted, then what you'll see is that up here there will be a little box that pops up and it'll show that there's a green check along with the date and time that you turned it in so that you can know that it's there. And you can always click on your assignment files to make sure that you turned in the correct file, that what you wanted to turn in came through formatting wise the way you intended it to. You can always double check those things. So other just quick things about our class. You may have heard me already mention, and you'll see documents continually say English 98, English 101. And so I wanted to just quickly give an overview of what that means. Basically, there are students registered in this class as English 98 students and English 101 students. Regardless of where the student is registered, this class is taught as an English 101 class. What English 98 students are is students who either barely missed the placement test, so maybe they were 1 or 2 numbers below English 101, or they passed their previous class and they're ready to move on to the next level, all right? An English 98 student will have the opportunity to earn 101 credit, and that's really the goal, is to hopefully get those students where they can earn 101 credit this term. But you're not going to know the difference in the classroom. There's no way that they're divided or separated out because everyone is working at the same level and doing the same work. I will send out more instructions specifically to 98 students to let them know exactly how they can earn that 101 credit. But for the rest of you that are sort of just registered as your regular English 101 student, you don't really need to worry about any of the English 98 mentions, documents, etc. That's going to be separate, and there's not that many places where you will see anything separated out, but just to let you know in advance that that's the case. And then of course I always like to let students know that that does mean that 2 course numbers are merged, and if you have any concerns about that, of course you're always welcome to contact myself. And then the last sort of exciting piece of our class is that we are going to have an embedded tutor working with us this summer. That means that one of the tutors from the Writing Center has actually been assigned to our class. I will introduce him in a lot more detail later in this week, and he'll start working with you all and getting to know you as well. But basically, he's a tutor that's going to hang out, know what's going on in our class, be available to do some online tutoring with you, give you additional help, support, answer questions, etc. So very exciting. We don't always get embedded tutors at this level, and we definitely don't always get them over the summer. So pretty lucky and fortunate that I was able to snag us one, and look forward to working with him and of course having his support and help to make you all better writers. So other things, just to, again, this is kind of like just touching base, other little quick things. Make sure you get your textbooks. I do scan copies of the textbooks for the first 2 weeks, but beyond that, you will need to have your own copy. So just if there's any issues with that, please let me know as soon as possible. But like I said, the reading for this week and next week, there'll be scanned copies posted for you, but beyond that, you'll need to have your own books. We do work with the books significantly in this class, so it is important to get them. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I think that's the biggest pieces at this point. Get the book, start doing your work. Don't get behind. We're in a summer class. It's only 8 weeks, which means we got 11 weeks worth of essays and writing and assignments to get through. Shorter amount of time. So it's going to feel a little bit compacted and crazy at times, but just breathe. Of course, I'm here for any sort of support you need, as well as our awesome tutor that we're getting. So let me know if you have questions moving forward. If not, have a wonderful first week, and I look forward to getting to know you all better.